Every January, Melbourne Park becomes the heartbeat of the tennis world. Players arrive renewed, driven by off-season ambition and the shared goal of starting the year strong at the Australian Open. But history has shown that this is also where plans unravel, pressure intensifies, and greatness is forged as the tournament approaches its 113th edition and the 57th of the Open era. The Australian Open stands as a stage where sweat turns into story and exhaustion into legacy. Across its 121-year history, Melbourne has delivered some of the most unforgettable matches the sport has ever seen. Here are 5 of the greatest matches in Australian Open history. 1. 2009 Final. Rafael Nadal versus Roger Federer. If one match captured the emotional soul of tennis, it was the 2009 Australian Open Final. Rafael Nadal entered the match fresh off a grueling 5-hour semi-final against Fernando Verdasco. Many expected fatigue. Instead, he produced a 5-set classic against Roger Federer, the reigning king of Melbourne Park and 3-time champion at the time. Federer was chasing history, aiming to equal Pete Sampras' record of 14 Grand Slam titles, while Nadal was seeking his first Australian Open crown as the newly crowned world number 1. For 4 hours and 23 minutes, the two titans traded brilliance in a battle defined by long rallies, fearless shot-making, and mental endurance. Nadal ultimately prevailed 7-5, 3-6, 7-6, 3, 3-6, 6-2, claiming his maiden title at Relive Arena. Yet the lasting image was Federer in tears during the trophy ceremony, an unguarded moment that stunned the tennis world. "This was one of the matches in my career where I feel like I could have or should have won," Federer admitted afterward. Nadal, in turn, praised Federer as a great champion and one of the best players in history. It wasn't just a final, it felt like a moment of transition and remains arguably the most emotional night in Australian Open history. 2. 2012 Final. Novak Djokovic versus Rafael Nadal. 3 years later, Nadal found himself in another Melbourne epic, this time against Novak Djokovic. What followed was a match for the ages. 5 hours and 53 minutes, the longest Australian Open final ever and the longest Grand Slam final in tennis history. The physical and mental demands pushed both players beyond imaginable limits. Djokovic eventually defended his title with a 5-7, 6-4, 6-2, 6-7, 5, 7-5 victory. By the trophy ceremony, both men were barely able to stand, leaning on the net and laughing through exhaustion as photographers scrambled. "This one comes out on top," Djokovic said afterward. "Just the fact that we played almost 6 hours is incredible." It was Djokovic's 5th major title and 3rd Australian Open crown, a match etched permanently into tennis folklore. 3. 2017 Final. Roger Federer versus Rafael Nadal. By 2017, many believed the Federer-Nadal rivalry had reached its end. Injuries had plagued both players, and expectations were muted. Instead, Melbourne witnessed a stunning revival. From the opening rally, it felt like a throwback to their prime. Federer painted lines with precision, Nadal countered with trademark intensity, and Relive Arena roared with every momentum swing. After 4 gripping sets, Federer found himself trailing early in the 5th. What followed was one of the bravest performances of his career. Federer surged back to win 6-4, 3-6, 6-1, 3-6, 6-3, capturing his 18th Grand Slam title and becoming the oldest major champion since Ken Rosewall in 1972. It was also their 9th and final meeting in a Grand Slam final, a fitting conclusion to one of sport's greatest rivalries. 4. 2017 Final. Serena Williams versus Venus Williams. Two sisters. Two legends. One historic night. The 2017 women's final saw Serena and Venus Williams meet in their 9th Grand Slam final against each other. Serena was chasing her 23rd major, which would move her past Steffi Graf on the all-time list. In a match defined by precision and emotional weight, Serena emerged victorious 6-4, 6-4, claiming her 7th Australian Open title and regaining the world